actually smart enough to combine this. So with this immune defense, it's 8-in-1. That is a big seller right there, because typically when you're sick, you grab your echinacea, you grab your zinc, you grab your vitamin C, and you have this long train of products, right, that you're taking to get better. They wrap this one all in one. Started using this combined with lysine, which is another product. The cold sores are no more. So I'm just going to throw that in. If you deal with a lot of like cold sores and herpes and different things like that, you have a weird tingling that will come in this vein right here, and you're always like, oh, there's like a weird tingling, and then you feel the tingle up here, you feel the tingle here, and all of a sudden that's like a whole nother lesson. But the virus is sitting in that nerve. Baby, I got you covered. All right, so if you're looking for something to build your immune system, you're going to need this. But I'm going to talk about two sides and what other influencers are not telling you. There's proactive and reactive. Proactive is me. I deal with autoimmune. I deal with chronic illness. I also am an ostomate, which means I wear a bag. Like, baby, I'm dealing with all this stuff. I know my immune system with autoimmune needs support daily. I do not wait for a cold. I do not wait for a flu. I do not wait for some mystery virus to come along and wipe everyone out. I am staying on my game. And then there's reactive, of where my nephew has a lot of sniffles and coughs and colds and different things like that. So this is great. The interesting thing is a lot of these formulas are really like, if you're sick, take this now. And then there's other formulas like, oh, if you're sick all the time, take this all the time. So what's really interesting is that this has vitamin D3. And a lot of the times when you are feeling ill or your immune system's down, no one really thinks about the vitamin D, right? Vitamin D3 and K2 go together to really boost your immune system. That's why when you're not feeling well, they're like, go outside, get some sunlight. And you're like, the last thing I want to do is move my body. That's just a little extra tip. Getting some sunlight, getting some vitamin D3 can be very helpful. Zinc comes in. Now, why I love this is because typically when I have a viral outbreak, I get like this little cold sore that likes to show up here. But then when I calm it down, or depending on where my immune system is, I can get like a whole viral outbreak legit all over my face. Talking about code red, can go to a straight staph infection if my immune system is super suppressed. Since I started using this combined with lysine, which is another product, the cold sores are no more. So I'm just going to throw that in. If you deal with a lot of like cold sores and herpes and different things like that, you have a weird tingling that will come in this vein right here, and you're always like, oh, there's like a weird tingling, and then you feel the tingle up here, you feel the tingle here, and all of a sudden that's like a whole nother lesson. But the virus is sitting in that nerve. Baby, I got you covered. Now, here's the other thing I will say. On this, it's going to say 2 capsules a day. I think 2 capsules a day are great. Obviously, do what works for you. I think it's good when you're like, oh, I just want to keep my immune system up during the winter. It's school time, you know, whatever. Now, some of us that know that we manage chronic illnesses, right? Like, we have things that we deal with on a daily basis. I'm going to be honest, 2 ain't going to do it for you. You already know good and well that if you're in a pain flare, you will be on the couch for a week or 2. I just got out of a flare. A week of zero energy, exhaustion, etc. I kept taking my immune defend, but I knew I was smart enough to ramp it up, right? If you have a full-blown fever like I did, I knew I was going to need a little bit more. So do what you want, but definitely know that you can ramp it up. Now, this does have echinacea. It has ginger. Ginger is really great too, because a lot of times when you're not feeling well, you're inflamed, right? So when you have that pulsating sinus headache, the ginger comes in. It's not necessarily going to get rid of everything, but ginger is antibacterial, antifungal. It's also going to thin the mucus. It's going to help the pressure, decrease the inflammation. It also has improved my gut health. Usually when I'm not feeling well, my whole entire body likes to shut down, like system by system, right? So I start wheezing, I'm coughing, my gut's starting to mess up, like everything goes downhill. This really addresses all of it, but not just more like slap a Band-Aid on it, make me feel better. It gives me the nutrients so that my immune system doesn't keep tanking out 24/7. So if you feel like you've been trying other products, or you're the person, like I said, that has to line up all your stuff and you want to kind of cut back on everything that you're taking, you definitely want to check this out. You will not be disappointed.